We're all good. What's happening, guys? We got a
Ellis,
What's up?
we got a special edition of the Statisfaction report for I didn't even look at the date.
Today's the 5th.
March 5.
It's the 6th.
6, March 6th.
6th.
We've got a tell me what we got.
we got a mock draft. We are projecting the draft order as it stands, where each owner will predict who they'll take. So
There we go.
Should we just get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right, first pick. Lori currently owns it. I think last year he had the first pick and then he got rid of it somehow. I think traded it to Jason.
Yeah.
Lori's playing for now, and I think he holds on to this pick. I think a lot of it has to do where the players go, and at this moment, I project that Amari Cooper will go to Oakland, and I don't think Lori wants anything to do with that situation. I also predict that Todd Gurley goes to San Diego, and I think that is the pick for Lori here. So, he needs both wide receiver and running back. Maybe wide receiver more, but he doesn't want anything to do with an Oakland receiver. So, that is the first pick of the 2015 draft.
All right. For pick number 2, we've got my division mate. First of 3 picks for him. Strong Batty of Cheats, Roger W. Tiller. He needs running back more than wide receiver. There's a lot of wide receivers that would fit in really well here, but I think he needs running back. And there's 2 running backs that are head and shoulders above the rest. Gurley going 1 to Ditka, and I think that Roger, Strong Batty of Cheats, take Melvin Gordon, running back, who will be on the Baltimore Ravens when it comes to that point.
Yeah, it's all right. I had pick number 3. I actually thought that Amari Cooper would go to Oakland. Surprised that Durs did too. I don't know why I'm surprised. But I think that Amari Cooper goes at number 3 to Mike Mostrom. Mike is actually happy that Amari makes it down that far. Right now he's pretty stacked at RB with Marshawn Lynch and Jamal Charles, Le'Veon Bell,
and Jeremy Hill.
So Amari makes his team better for now and in the future, I think. So right now, Mike is already thinking about what he's going to be doing with that trophy. He's got a pretty good team. I think during the draft, when he gets Amari, he hops on Amazon.com and he orders another. He restocks his
Oakland Raiders jersey. I don't know if I could do that.
Well, either that or he needs to replenish his stock of butt jelly to see what he's going to do with that trophy.
All right.
So, ma'am. Pick 4, Derek Lehman. I think he is wise to not get rid of this pick. I tried myself. I'm even swapping the 5 pick with a 4 pick, among others. But he's in a very good spot in the draft. Amari Cooper, Kevin White, 1A, 1B. I've seen them flip-flop in a lot of draft boards in the last couple of weeks. But I see him taking Kevin White, stud receiver. And I believe St. Louis will be the landing spot for him. So, wide receiver number 1 for a team. Who knows who's going to be throwing him the ball, but I think he could be a beast over in St. Louis. Good pick for Derek Lehman.
All right, and at pick number 5, I had a little bit of help with this one. This is who I would have put here anyway, but I actually put a wide receiver 1C along with a 1A and a 1B. And I think that Durs, with a 5 pick, takes Devontae Parker. Wide receiver, I think he ends up in Miami.
I think he ends up in Minnesota.
You hope he ends up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball, that wouldn't be as bad. We don't know exactly what Bridgewater is going to be. But Durs probably needs a running back more than he needs wide receiver. But there's no real good running back to take here. So I think it's a BPA, and I think he's taking Devontae Parker, wide receiver.
This is who I expect to be there for my pick. And I found a stat that Devontae Parker has only dropped 3 balls since the 2012 season.
DynastyNerds.com.
Yep. So
Impressive.
hands for days.
All right. Well, with the 6th pick, we've got Roger via me. You're welcome, Roger. I think here you take another wide receiver. I think you actually mentioned him before, Dorial Green Beckham, hoping that lightning strikes twice with the Beckham name. I almost went QB here because of what you did last year, but I think you come to your senses. And Johnny Manziel or Johnny Football, you said this is going to be his breakout season, so maybe you're banking on that.
Did Cleveland just sign another quarterback?
They picked up Josh McCown. So
did Cleveland? No, I thought they brought in, who was the other one?
They had Hoyer. Hoyer's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of the Bills.
You might have watched the movie Draft Day too.
That's possible. No, I did not. So yes, I think Roger comes to his senses. He skips on the QB this time. He goes with the wide receiver.
What team do you think Beckham's going to?
Oh, I believe that he's going to be going to the San Francisco 49ers.
Good spot. I don't see Crabtree there.
Nope. That's a good landing spot for him.
Next, we have Mike Samuels, another team that has a lot of holes other than the quarterback. So this is a situation pick. Seattle has a great need at a wide receiver for a wide receiver 1. So I took a stab on who I see them drafting, and I picked Jalen Strong, a guy out of Arizona State. So a fast guy, he's got some height, good hands. If he lands in Seattle, he could definitely be a top 8 pick, top 7.
Is he going to be better than Paul Richardson if he goes to Seattle?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So Mike Samuels, Jalen Strong.
All right, Derek Lehman currently holds the number 8 pick. He's shopping it, I think is safe to say.
I kind of see a drop off here in the draft.
I see it just before Strong myself, but
yeah,
in another little drop off here. I think that there's if Green Beckham can stay out of trouble, I think there's 6 really, really good players. But anyway, I don't know why I said that. I'm trying to get into the top 6. Anyway, back to Derek Lehman. Earlier, he took a wide receiver in Kevin White. Really good player. I don't think he's going to take 2 wide receivers. There's a couple wide receivers that could go here. So he's going to take the 3rd best running back in this draft. A lot of it's going to depend on where guys end up. But I think Jay Ajayi, it's a fun name to say, I think he ends up in Indianapolis. And, with the Andrew Luck-led offense, I think that this is a great spot for a running back to come in. Trent Richardson sucks. I don't think that Boom Herron is the answer. Ahmad Bradshaw could still be there, I guess. But I think that whoever ends up in Indy as a running back, assuming that they draft one, I think is going to be a good lock to be a pretty high draft pick.
Yeah. We're kind of projecting 2 things here, like where the players will go in the draft and what team they'll end up on. This is a situation, if a running back ends in Indy, that can move up to 4 or 5. I mean, same thing I did with drafting Bishop Sankey. He landed in Tennessee. I said, whatever running back ends in Tennessee, that's going to be my guy. Hasn't worked out for me, but that could be a situation where the running back who is drafted by Indy could move up in the draft.
For sure.
Oh, I'm next. Jared, another guy with holes.
You are not up next.
I'm sorry.
Ferguson has my pick.
Yes.
Yep. Where are we?
After JJ.
No, I don't have that. I've got the 12th pick.
You also have the 9 pick.
Oh, I didn't. I don't write notes for that. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
There we go.
I got it right there.
I don't have any notes, so I don't know what the hell to say about this guy because I'm more of a storyteller here. I don't really know much of anything about football, but I say that Eric gets Devin Smith, and I think he's going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs, another wide receiver.
They could use a wide receiver there.
Yeah.
And a playmaker who can score touchdowns.
Yeah. How many touchdowns did the Kansas City wide receivers have last year?
Jason?
Zero.
Zero.
Dwayne Bowe, actually, I think they're not looking at re-signing him. So they need a replacement. They need another wide receiver. So that'd actually be a pretty good spot for him.
Yeah.
I think Eric sees that, and he picks up Devin Smith with the 9th pick.
I'm happy with a Kansas City receiver there. I don't know if I want it to be Smith, but if there's a receiver there to be had, I'm fine with that. Now that I'm Desless, and Joshless.
Yeah. So I jumped the gun. It is my projection here next. It's Jared, another team with a bunch of holes. Probably playing for next year already. Who knows? Um, but I see him. This might be a pick that might necessarily be for this year. It'll kind of be a timeshare, but I'm taking running back, best running back available, T.J. Eldon out of Alabama. Playmaker, he can take the brunt of a load if needed. But off the bat, he'll share some time with Andre Ellington, who has an injury history. So this could be a high upside for Jared.
So, I mean, he's going to share with Ellington. Do you want to say which team he's going to
go? Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. Yep. All right. With the 11 pick, last year, the 11th pick worked out very, very well for Jason until he traded it away. We'll see once if he gets the same kind of production out of the 11th pick last year. It was OBJ last year. Jason just picked up the 11th pick from Mike in a trade this past week. He right now does not have a quarterback. He could franchise Nick Foles if for one more year. If he is picked back up by Philly and if he's the starter. But it is only one more year. There's free agents available that you might be able to sign cheap to long term. But I think that Ferg is looking in the rookie draft. I think that famous Jameis Winston ends up with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think that's a really good fit there. The dynasty nerds that we've referenced earlier, they say that he's the best rookie quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck. So that's very high praise right there. I like it from a Buccaneer standpoint. I was not on board with Winston a couple weeks ago, but he's starting to grow on me. And I think that he goes number 11 to not only to Tampa, number 1 in the real draft, but number 11 to the Atlanta Alpha Dogs in the league's 2015 draft.
This is one pick I'll question. Roger picks after him. Roger's not going to pick a rookie. What's the benefit of Jason picking a quarterback here where he could pick him up in free agency as an undrafted?
A lot of people drafted after the rookie draft have been going for more than what they would be paying for.
Yeah, I guess Manziel.
I was going to say, he went for $19 last year. I think Winston is a better prospect than Manziel was at this point last year.
So, okay, yeah. All right.
So with the number 12 pick, Roger again, he is actually, he thought that Winston would drop to him at 12. And now he's upset. In a fit of rage, he chooses none other than Devin Funchess coming out of U of M because he gets drafted by the Cleveland Browns. And, Josh Gordon's not going to be playing, so they need to fill that role a little bit. We've got the peanut gallery over here. Thank you. But I think, Devin Funchess has a potential, high upside to do well for Rodgers' otherwise shitty team.
Everyone saw the video of him dunking in his vertical.
Yeah. Slower than molasses. He'd be so much better served if he played tight end, in my opinion. So, maybe we want to quickly go through it again?
Yeah, sure. First, Derek Nuberta, Todd Gurley, San Diego.
Number 2, Roger picks up Melvin Gordon from Baltimore Ravens.
Number 3, Mike Mostrom gets Amari Cooper that is going to go to the Oakland Raiders.
Derek L. Number 4, Kevin White, St. Louis.
Number 5, Andy Devontae Parker, Miami.
Number 6, Roger gets Dorial Green Beckham at San Francisco.
Number 7, Mike Samuels, Jalen Strong, heading to Seattle.
Number 8, Derek Lehman, Ajayi, Indianapolis Colts.
Number 9, Eric gets Devin Smith with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Jared's picking T.J. Ellen, heading to Arizona with the 10th pick.
Number 11 pick, Jason is getting T.J. R.J. backslashing fourth the 5th. That's not what that says. Jameis Winston, quarterback, Tampa Bay.
And finally, Roger gets Devin Funchess with the Cleveland Browns.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a 7 stars production. So, peace out. Oh, it didn't record.